Welcome to the final part of OMORI. We're on the highway now.
The
To where?
endless highway?
Highway to hell.
The endless stairs from Super Mario 64.
Time for OMORI to learn how to backwards long jump.
I've been doing the commentary while on my stationary bicycle this whole time, and I highly recommend it.
Sorry,
That sounds kind of nice.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that one's lit up.
I'm just kind of lazily
It doesn't
pedaling, but it's really nice to be
Alright.
moving when I'm doing this.
Also, this part
I
is
like me.
mostly dialogue.
Oh, lore.
Okay.
Yes, I got just what I needed.
Just what I needed.
Uh-oh, my hand doesn't look so good.
You can't just tell people that, Kel. You have to keep a good poker face.
Ah! Why did you get behind me, Mari?
I just got here, silly. Here, I brought cookies for everyone. Oh, I got cookies. They sound so good.
Oh, what kind?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man! Don't take a photo of me when I'm struggling like this!
Oh, don't be so dramatic, Kel. It's just a card game.
Huh? Another photo? And what's so funny anyway? Is there something you're not telling us, Basil?
And dead behind
Don't
the
worry
counter.
about it. What'd you say, Carrie?
What old man behind the counter dead?
Old man behind the counter?
You mean the stuffed plushy head thing?
It looks
That's
like an
a-
old man.
That is a sweetheart mask.
It looks like an old man who's draped over the counter, dead or passed out.
Don't
Oh
look,
my-
Sonny! It's too horrible!
Did it say they had a 4, 8, and a 6?
Yeah.
4, 6, and a 6. I thought.
They're
I've
playing
never
Old
played
Maid.
poker.
Or no, they're playing. They just.
It's an ace and an ace. Tough luck as usual.
Well, I guess they're playing 21.
The possibilities are endless. Heroes cookbooks. Mari bought them for his birthday.
Oh,
Mari's good. Fuck. Oh, hero. Don't be so humble. You know your cookies are better than
Hey, that's subjective. Mari's cookies have much more love baked into them.
She's a girl.
I could eat them forever.
Oh, stop it, hero. You're embarrassing me.
Jesus Christ. You look at Aubrey's hand. It's a 2, a 5, and a 10.
They're definitely not playing 21.
What do you think, Sunny? What should I do? Decisions.
Isn't Sunny playing?
Yeah,
No. Oh, he's cheating.
Mr. Fruiteg.
It's just letting him cheat.
A bunch of toys are
Nah,
scattered across the floor.
RPG rules.
Nah, his ass
Yeah, you
comes
can just-
to look at my cards. I'll be. We're running the ones. I'm throwing it.
Basil's got a jack and an ace. Shh, don't tell anyone, okay?
No, dude, it's gotta be 20. No, but
It
what
has
if
to be
it's
21.
3 cards. Some of them have 3 cards though.
Well,
Are there different
like if
types
you
of
hit
poker?
hit and stand, because I'd assume if Cal has a 8, 6, 6,
Oh, a stuffed
Then
toy
he's-
Oh, you're
of a
right.
girl
then
with
he's
pink
busted.
hair. I thought it was
Then
a
he's
mask
busted,
toy.
and Aubrey only has 15. So she
An old
can,
toaster.
like, hit.
It does not make toast.
All toasters
is
don't
toaster
toast
supposed to
toast.
A calendar. Summer vacation is almost done. Well, there's no outlet in here.
Just set up like a generator outside, dude.
Yeah.
The smell of freshly baked cookies. It smelled better knowing that Mari made it from scratch.
Especially freak.
Especially for
The violin mended a part of itself.
Oh, interesting.
self-repairing violin. What kind of wood
You're
did you
forgiving
use? Jesus,
yourself
Lidge.
and creating reconciliation.
Harry, stop
Yeah.
being smart. Fuck off.
Yeah, nerd, emotionally intelligent dweeb.
Unfortunately, it's still raining, and that kind of that makes
well-
this less pleasant than it could have been.
Yeah,
it's
but
a
I
little
guess
wet.
it maybe represents the difficulty of the journey to attaining reconciliation.
Oh my
and
god,
wholeness.
Harry, shut the fuck
Perry, it's okay. Literary analysis is great. And there, the watermelon's all cut up. Come on, everyone, take a slice.
Sorry, Harry. I just didn't deserve
I'm not
that.
offended. Murray.
Aw, not now, Mari. Woohoo! Nothing beats a nice, juicy watermelon on a hot summer day.
He is eating the seeds. You can hear him eating the seeds.
Wait, Aubrey's too.
These
'cause Aubrey
motherfuckers
really
are
likes
seed
watermelon.
eaters.
You don't take a picture of me while I'm eating, Basil.
Eater.
I'm sorry, Aubrey. I just thought you looked cute.
Yeah, that's
I'll
kinda
show
gay.
you when it's ready.
Well, okay, fine. I trust you, Basil.
Hey, Sonny, did you want to see the photo of Aubrey?
Yippee!
Aubrey's so cute, isn't she?
Look at that watermelon enjoyer.
Ew, gross. Stop spitting seeds on me, Cal.
You get seeds all over your face.
What? How about this then?
Rico, hit the
Yeah,
lights.
stop it, Aubrey. You're gonna give me cooties.
Rico, hit the lights. And that turn them out.
Rico, hit the lights.
Ugh.
You see,
Fun.
okay, I know it was like seeds in the original, but I still love the version that you thought it was where he coughed up a
I thought he
machine
was
gun.
spitting out
Like,
some
They're just
gun.
teasing each other. Remember how we were when we were younger? That was hard to say. I used to hide bugs in your desk all the time just to see your reaction. You were always so funny.
Wait, that was you?
Oops. Am I in trouble now, hero?
Guys, oh wait, this is the same line. Okay,
We're at the beam. Let's go to the beam.
Son of a
Beam.
beach.
an ordinary sandcastle.
Bro,
Me when
there's
the
nothing
sandcastle's
ordinary about being small.
Hero's beach bag. It matches with Mari's.
Hero's beach bag. I heard it. Here is beach bag.
Mari's beach bag. It matches with Hero's. Mari's
Wow,
picnic
they're so
basket.
cute.
Would you like to save?
Yeah.
Shall
Oh.
I save?
Sorry, Hero. We're saving over your file, buddy.
Why was Hero? Oh right, the what do you call it? The recycled HQ.
Yeah.
Aubrey's pouch. It fits her perfectly. Is that Mr.
It's shaped
Plant
like
Egg shaped?
It's shaped like, yeah, it's shaped
Yes.
like
It was delicious. Kel's backpack. It's way too big for him.
Classic Kel.
My plastic bag. It's functional.
Hell yeah.
It exists.
It is.
It carries things. More like oh.
It's gone.
Uh-oh.
We're not getting that back.
Oh,
Go get the ball, Sonny.
Relax,
Dude, I went
unwind,
to the
and
beach one time.
enjoy.
Really?
Yeah,
Basil's
crazy.
tote bag. It's a little small, but he likes it. A bunch of beach toys. Fun for everyone.
I left my shoes out while climbing on a rock, and the tide came in and took the shoes away.
Aw.
oh.
And
Lifeguard
that
tower.
sucked.
Guess no
And I
one's on
was
duty
going-
today.
I was going back home, or back to like we had like a little condo rented out,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I'm gonna go check out, see if I can find my shoes again.
Uh-huh.
And so I ran back to the beach, and when I got to the beach, they washed back ashore.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
I was like, the entire fucking
You
ocean.
remembered the taste of watermelon. It tasted more delicious when you ate it with everyone in the hot summer.
Oh, that's cute.
The violin mended a part of itself.
Yo, these are all memories like into pictures too. That's crazy. Whoa.
Yeah.
Meh.
That's the ones. Yes, we got.
Have you seen the one where it's like the
Yeah.
guy who does like
Peter Griffin.
the Family Guy cover?
Me when I work in retail and I hear that song every hour.
Do you really?
Not that often, but you know.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. At work, my
Looks like
can
everyone fell
barely-
asleep.
fucking hear the
I guess
music.
it's just us three now.
Everyone must be feeling sleepy after such a big meal.
Thank you all for cooking for all of us, Hero. It was nothing. I'm just practicing a little. I'm glad you all liked it.
One day you're gonna be a world famous chef and you're gonna cook me lots of yummy food.
Huh? Wait, I am?
Of course you are. I believe in you, hero.
Well, if you say so.
Bro is down bad.
They were fucking dating.
I'm glad you're using
yeah.
your camera more now, Basil. You seem to be enjoying your new hobby.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty fun once you get the hang of it. Oh, wait a second. There's something strange in this photo. Hector! How could you?
Hector, turn off my boo-wump inhibitor.
Victor put his nose right on the lens.
Nah. You can see what it is right there. Right above, like, north of them.
Dog.
South.
Oh.
Yeah, southwest of Hector.
Southwest of Hector.
Hey, Sonny, can I poke your brain for a minute? I really love cooking and all, and Mari seemed... a Mario Kart 8 player, says I'm really good, but my parents want me to become a doctor. Do you think I should become a chef? Maybe.
Why ask?
We're still young. We should dream big, right? But yeah. My mom's gonna have something to say about that.
Oh, hey, little brother. Sorry, did we wake you up? You looked so peaceful sleeping there. Reminds me of when you were just a baby.
Hey, Sonny! I took a photo of everyone earlier. Wanna see?
There is poop.
I
This would have
don't
been such a good shot,
think so.
but Hector had to ruin the photo with his poop.
Oh,
Ah.
it actually was.
Maybe I can cover it up with tape later. And he does, when you look at the photo album.
Oh, funny.
Dude, this is why Basil should have, instead of having a Polaroid, he should have purchased the new Google Pixel 8 with its... with the new auto remove
Magic
function.
eraser. Yeah, with the magic eraser.
The magic eraser, that's what it's called.
I believe in the context of this particular flashback, it is 1991.
I'm sure they had brick
probably-
phones that could
Dude,
do
I
that.
can't believe they didn't have Google Pixels back in the 90s.
Yeah, dude.
Your pixels
I can't believe
didn't
they didn't
exist.
have pixels back in the 90s.
I just said that.
Bark, bark!
Too bad I said it louder, therefore mine was...
Yeah, that's how that works, actually.
That's
Yeah.
how jokes work.
What was I gonna
If
say?
not-
Oh, right. You know, something I noticed, actually, is the way Hiro talks about, like, his parents, particularly his mom saying that she wants him to be a doctor, and, like, he does go to medical school after that.
Middle school.
And I think, like, thinking about that,
Rock on.
and then thinking about what Kel is just like, I can kind of see, like, that's probably another reason, aside from just being the middle child and the underachieving younger brother, that, like, he has a strained relationship with his mom. You know?
Oh, Kel has a strained
It's-
relationship with...
It's never outright stated, but it's pretty obvious just by reading the dialogue.
I mean, yeah.
Plus, when recalling that story, like, when...
Oh,
Hero
yeah.
Down the room, and, like, his parents ran over to him first and kind of just left Kel there.
Yeah.
User... I'm so glad I purchased this tissue box, bro, because my fucking sinuses have been going AWire.
Purchase.
You
Yeah,
know
no
what
one
I
says
purchased?
purchase anymore.
In my dreams,
how about,
I see
do,
that
so
place,
I'll tell you.
Sinus
Yeah.
Hill.
You're nobody.
I just know.
That one hurt.
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell on you. Tattle.
Whom?
It's
Me.
rainy. Hey, Sonny! Hey, Basil! What took you guys so long? Sorry, I got carried away playing this new game where you fight each other with these things called pet rocks.
Whoa, Pet Rock mention.
Carrie.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. 1 second.
Oh, that rain sound. It's great. Do you like it, Sunny? It's my favorite color, pink. Why don't you dye your hair that color?
Ew! Pink is a gross color!
Fucking brutal, Carrie. Holy shit.
No,
You fucking tell her.
That doesn't
You
even
tell
make any
her.
sense. Did you see what she said? She said, "You're a gross color."
Yeah, you're a gross color.
Did you? Oh my god.
Yeah, he did. Or she did.
Mari says she's going to dye her hair purple.
She didn't do that. Purple?
No, she just dies.
Wait, are you saying you want to dye your hair pink?
She didn't finish.
Ew,
her-
that's weird.
Yeah.
Why would you ever do that?
I don't know. I just
Yeah,
thought it would be
whoever dyed her
cute.
hair.
Mari thinks so too.
Mari's so right.
I'll never understand you two and your crazy ideas.
There's way
Because you're a
crazier things they
stinking
could be doing
boy.
I
with
think
mess.
pink would look good on you, Aubrey.
You're right,
Carrie.
Carrie.
What do you think, Sonny?
Yeah.
Sonny says he thinks pink is a great color.
See, even Basil and Sunny agree. You're the one who's weird, Kel.
Ooh.
Psh, whatever. Hey, Vegeta, nice shirt. Pink is a great color on you. Just take the compliment.
Just take the compliment.
So you and Basil are playing that new Pet Rocks game? Hey, I know. Why don't we go to Hobbies and check to see if they have any new stuff?
Hobbies nuts. I'm sorry.
Every time someone has to say it.
Every time.
But maybe not anytime soon. My dad is kind of strict about these things.
Mmm.
Yeesh.
What is it, Sonny? Did you want to see the photo? You always ask to look at my photo whenever I take any pictures of Aubrey. Do I
Oh.
maybe sense a little crush?
Woo.
You feel your ears turning red.
I see.
Don't worry, I won't say anything. My lips are sealed.
Against mine, bro. Come here, give me.
Oh!
Game against mine.
Really good.
sorry. That's not my joke.
Oh, are you going on ahead, Sonny? Don't worry about us. We'll catch up in a minute. And then Sonny walks up to Aubrey and goes, "Hey, Aubrey, baby."
Oh god, are you sure you want to go? Oh.
You remembered the sound of falling rain as it hit your umbrella. It sounded more calming knowing that you were standing next to your best friends. Also,
Are we
the
gonna go
sound
through
of rain
every
is just
single one of
very
the photos?
peaceful.
Are we going through every single one of the photos, or just like a good amount of them?
We're going not every photo, no.
Okay,
There
I was
are
gonna
a
say.
lot of photos. They
There's
get
a lot
old
of
pretty
shit things to
quickly.
go through.
But well, I mean the part's the same length either way.
You and on the same length either way.
Abe.
I don't really know what I meant there.
Oh, hey, another one.
Sonny, you gotta keep moving on. You gotta keep healing, man.
Why aren't I in any of these memories, Sonny?
Sunny is a bit
Whitney.
camera shy. We have all those days, don't we?
We
Sorry.
all have those days.
It's okay, Sunny. You'll get used to it soon enough.
Wow,
Oh, hey.
that cake looks so amazing.
Basil's theme's playing. I guess it is.
You've really outdone yourself this time, Hero.
Yay! Thanks, Hero. I love strawberries.
Strawberry.
Basil, what wish are you going to make?
Hey, you can't ask that, Aubrey, or else it won't come true.
Huh? Is that how that works? Then, in that case, I wish that Kel would get straight A's in school.
Hey, you
Brutal.
can't do that.
Destroyed.
A wish? But what should I wish for? I have everything I could want right here.
Too nice. You have to be meaner than that.
Oh, I know. I think I'll wish for... Just kidding. It's a secret.
Aww. I want to know, though.
Guys, if we don't hurry, the candles are gonna melt. Are we all ready to sing?
Cake with a side of
Candles
candle.
Yeah, you bet!
Bet.
Did you want to start us off, Mari?
Sure thing. And 1, 2, 3.
You're going to give us a tone, Mari?
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Basil! Happy birthday to you! Blow out your candles, Basil!
Make a wish.
Foundation.
You remembered Basil's smile as he was about to blow out his birthday candles.
That voice.
But you also remembered, as Basil made his wish, you made one too. At that time, you wished for everyone to be happy.
Dude, look at the plate. They're serving napkins alongside cake.
Cake with
My
a side of
favorite.
napkins and melted candles.
How sweet.
Oh, sweet!
Napkins. So
Sweet! Psychological horrors within my comprehension.
within my comprehension. There you go.
When the horror is fully within your comprehension.
When you can equate your horror to something, therefore understand it. Oh.
I like the man-made horror, or like horrors beyond your comprehension. Like, oh, get it.
Wow! A new baseball! Thanks, bro!
Thanks, bro.
No problem, Kel. You can thank me by doing a little better in school. You bet!
Yeah, right.
It doesn't happen.
Okay, Sonny, it's time for you
Hey,
to open
didn't
up your
bet.
present. This... Oh.
What day?
It probably doesn't look like much, but we all just save up for it together.
You fuck.
Yeah. Me and Basil even started selling cookies and lemonade in the summer.
And Mari and I took a job at the bakery for a while, if you remember. And me? I deliver newspapers every morning for like 3 months! And you know how much I hate mornings!
Me too, Kel.
Dude, so true.
Same.
We know this might be a lot of pressure, but it's been a while since you quit playing the violin.
Mari told us about how you always wanted to sit in the room with her when she's practicing the piano. And there was even that one time I caught you trying to play your old mini violin, even though it was too small for you.
Anyway, this was Basil's idea.
Basil put everything into motion.
But we all decided to pitch in for a really nice one. So, yeah.
We hope you like it, Sonny. This is from all of us to you.
A Stradivarius, hell yeah.
Oh, a violin. It's just what I always wanted. Yay.
How much are like Stradivarius? Aren't they like $1 billion or something?
I don't know.
don't
Let's
know.
see.
Ta-da!
Really famous violins.
We hope you like it, Sonny. Go on and try it out. You felt a tingling in your fingers, as if on its own, your body readied the violin to play.
Interesting.
Let's see how much a Stradivarius goes for.
Hey,
Are
Sonny,
they-
if you don't like that violin, you should give it to me. I'll sell it for cash, and then I'll be happy, because I have
Are
they-
cash.
Are they all old violins, or are they making? Is it like a company, or like what's the deal?
It's his name was Antonio Stradivarius. He was a violin maker.
The anxious feeling in your heart as you played the first note, that it scared you, but you didn't mind, because they believed in you.
Oh, that's really heartwarming.
And no matter what, you didn't
Can you say
want
that-
to disappoint them,
With less emotion, Carrie.
because they were your friends.
That's really heartwarming.
The violin regained its shape. Alright, the violin's fixed now.
What
Oh,
else are we
yippee.
going to fix?
Oh,
Do we
shit,
have
Dude,
more?
TIL, you don't need to go to an
You remember
instrument repair shop.
The
You can
smell
just...
of... Okay, yeah, so this is just saying the text again.
I guess the Messiah violin by Antonio Stradivarius is estimated to have a worth of approximately $20 million.
Harry just shut down.
Wait, what violin is this?
It's called the Messiah.
And what is, like...
It's-
I
it's
guess
the-
what
the
brought
name
that
of the
one up specifically?
Well, they bought
Like
you a
classics
they bought you a like a violin, and I jokingly was like,
They
it's a
bought him.
Stradivarius.
They bought
thanks."
Evan one.
They
Me?
bought Sonny one.
They
you
bought
fuck-
me
you
one?
You
I
said
don't
you.
play strings, I play clarinet, and even then I don't play that much anymore.
Woodwind player.
But I still have it. And if it
Woodwind.
weren't for the fact that it's in its case, I would get it out and play it right now, just to prove it.
Well, I believe you.
I don't.
That sounds like a
Kills
you
you?
problem.
It is.
Scrubs your back with a deck brush.
Becomes flat.
Hey, what's keeping this... Hey, what's keeping this? What's holding this highway up?
Hopes
Me.
and dreams.
And then as soon as Sonny says that to himself, the whole thing collapses.
Oh.
No, but he just blinks twice, then looks down, and then finally.
Oh, look,
falls.
she's holding. She's officiating a wedding. Oh, just kidding.
Oh, I think it's
Kel
the
and
foreman.
Hero are not getting married, Carrie.
Sunny, you're finally here. After this point, it's going to be up to you.
Mm.
What will?
I read that
You
as
know-
we were gonna beat you up.
Before we met, I had a lot of trouble fitting in. Even after we all became friends, I always assumed you were going to leave me eventually. When the others were busy doing things, you always seemed to have time for me. You would listen to me talk for hours and hours. I always rely on you to do that, or I could always rely on you to do that.
I know we've missed out on each other for the past few years, but it doesn't have to stay that way. People always tell me that I'm dense or that I'm kind of careless. But I will always be here if you're okay with that. Sonny, we know that you're not someone who likes to take the lead. This has been really hard for you. But you have to put a little bit of trust in us, too. Just because you've done something bad doesn't make you bad. You've had to live with this pain for so long. And you've been keeping it all inside. It might be easier to ignore your problems, but it's okay to cry about them too. There's more good to come. There's more good times to come. Life gets better. And you can be the one to make that happen. And now we're older.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens next is going to be your call.
But we're here for you because you want us to be.
We became old.
And we really hope that this isn't goodbye.
No matter how far you push your feelings down, they'll always come back somehow. And what you do with those feelings, that will be your truth. Hey, Sunny. Break a leg for me, all right?
You can do this, Sonny! I promise to stick with you till the very end. Yeah, I think we'll always be best friends. That's okay with you too, right?
That's a real ass homie right there.
Whatever you end up choosing, we will always want what's best for you. Keep us in your thoughts. We'll be cheering you on. Mari's picnic basket. Would you like to save? Oh, this is just the same text as before. I think I forgot that I spoke to them already. For some reason.
Motherfucker saved and reset his memory.
We believe in you, Sunny.
Ooh.
And now they're
Look how your
gone.
footsteps echo on the stage, yeah.
You placed the sheet music onto the music stand.
Was it violin by MP3
The
time?
stage is ready for you.
Whoa.
Do you want to play the violin?
What is this?
Anxiety.
That's the auditorium.
It's really big.
I think that's the anxiety. I don't think
Yeah, that is the anxiety. It's okay.
When you're when you got stage
Try
fright,
picturing them in their underwear.
Oh, right.
Oh no, he's hot!
That's pretty short. This card does not pick up my clapping.
Me neither.
That's a shame. It's a shame. Sucks to suck.
It's a sham.
Sham. A
Oh
shamrock.
no, I think he is he having a
Boys.
breakdown.
Oh, that's not a
mid-song?
bow.
This boy's going through it. Yeah.
Relatable.
So true.
I get really bad stage fright.
Oh, welcome to
Hey,
White
it's-
Space.
Oh, we're
Hey,
back
it's-
here.
Hi, Omori.
It seems like he already had his own issues to deal with before he even had the whole Mari thing to deal
Yeah.
with. And they just compounded, maybe.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We
It's
still
time.
have one more thing to do, though.
It's time.
We
Stab
have to-
yourself?
We have to fight Omori.
We have to fight
Oh,
our headspace
interesting.
in one of the most fucking fire tracks I have ever heard in the game ever. This song is so good.
Wait, so are you fighting the thing that was taking you away from real life?
Let me, what's the best way to describe this, okay? So, Omori, was a form that Sunny would take, that could not feel fear, basically.
Oh.
I think that's where the, complete monochrome color scheme from him comes from, while everyone else is purple. You remembered Kel's words. Friends! Friends are supposed to be there for each other. But the thing is, Omori actually exists as a quote-unquote defense mechanism for
Right.
Sunny's existence, okay?
That makes sense.
His whole purpose, everything that he was doing was trying to keep Sunny from remembering the truth, because that's what he decided was the best defense. Omori did not succumb. It's worth noting, whenever Omori almost dies, like, whenever Omori's health runs out, he keeps 1 HP, and it says Omori did not succumb in the context of the regular gameplay. You've caused so much suffering, yet you do nothing. And so you've earned nothing in return. So Omori at this point, now that Sunny has, like, remembered everything, believes that the only thing that's left for him, that's left for Sunny, is death.
No, that makes so much sense because he uncovered the thing that he feared the most, which was what happened.
Also, Aubrey said, I hope you can find some peace or, some happiness.
Yeah. This is making so much sense.
It's all coming together. Your friends will never forgive you. They'll abandon you like you did them. And that's what you deserve. It's red now. All you will see is red.
Stop. Not the shitty creepypasta.
Oh, it's the hands again. Okay.
Yeah. His throne. Yeah.
Yeah.
You tell yourself that you don't want to burden others. But the truth is that you're selfish. You just don't want people to depend on you. Omori erases
yes.
the enemy.
The good old classic self-reflection gone awry because of
By the way, Gabe, I wasn't
lack
thinking of any
of-
creepypasta bullshit. I was thinking of something worse. A super heavily edited Control-Alt-Delete comic.
Okay. The only thing I associated was with, like, you start up the game and hyper realistic eyes come out and stare at you.
No.
Yeah, that.
Those are so funny, though.
When you think about others, how long are you going to let people take care of you? You say you care, but you're a liar. You've never done anything for anyone else. You're useless. Less than useless. You're sick.
Yeah, as I was saying, the good old-fashioned classic, I'm going to do some self-reflection, turned into, I am slowly tearing myself apart through the character.
Something,
Oy
something,
vey.
I am
Like
you,
right now?
a shadow, the true self.
I mean, it seems like he has to face this in order to get through it, though. So
Well,
this
yes,
is
of course.
necessary.
And if anything, this is just an exaggeration of his critical thoughts to himself.
People like you don't deserve to live.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, but the thing is, he's actually facing them, which is whereas before, the Omori persona was so he wouldn't have to face that.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mari.
Oh, Carrie, that kind of took me for a loop for a second because I did just make a Persona 4 reference.
I love...
I don't know Persona
Maybe
4.
one day things can go back to the way they were before. Well, let me just tell you something. If this were Persona 4, this would have been resolved a lot easier.
Yeah.
Your friends are wrong about you. The person they love isn't you at all. You let them believe in a lie to protect yourself.
Sonny, we have to go on the TV. You can no longer cherish.
I forgot how to cherish.
You must now fight.
You're nothing but a liar. And when they see the truth, they'll hate you as much as you hate yourself.
Yeah, what's gonna happen to that once he's done going through this? I wonder.
We'll see.
Me when we'll see.
Me when I see.
Did me win, dude? So true.
Omori
Yeah.
slashes wildly.
Wildly. Whoa, that's a lot of damage.
If they knew the truth, you'd never be able to regain their trust. No matter what you do, it'll be hopeless. All you do is make things worse.
I know of this person who wrote a book for people who accidentally killed somebody and how to
It would be better.
move through that and heal from that and recover from
It
that.
would be better to just
Does
die.
that involve this boss fight?
No, but it might involve an internal. I don't know. This might be a metaphor for the internal process one must have to go through in order to recover from something like that. But it was written by somebody who accidentally killed somebody in a car accident, and there weren't very many resources for him to
It'd be better to just die.
work through that and the guilt and shame that came with that.
Oh.
Carrie, I'm not gonna lie, it took me a second to process the fact that you said guilt and shame, and I thought you were just saying some German word called Gildenshame.
Getting shame.
It does sound like it could be a German word. He's not doing so well.
Yeah, you know, he's.
You know, it's just like.
Oh, look at that! Whoa! Look at that healing he just got! Wow!
And it's about to all disappear.
Again,
No, that wasn't so bad actually.
No,
Yeah, it's the one slash. He didn't swing wildly this time.
One slash.
Right.
Yo,
It wasn't a 54
Hey,
damage.
come on,
Oh my
Sonny,
God.
fuck him up!
Wow.
This is just like, oh, dude, he slashes wildly. This is just like Xenoblade 3's Tachyon slash. It's lucky.
Fuck him up, Sonny! Show that you're better than your other you!
Hey, Whitney, have you ever heard of Xenoblade before?
Mm-mm.
It's pretty cool.
Omori tosses his knife in the direction of the Maverick and he just freaks out and runs. And then he just makes another knife appear.
He says, all right, I'm getting out of here. God, let me throw things. Come on. You're gonna hurt me. Jeez, I'm out of here. Look at those hands, man.
Allegro.
That's a musical term.
Yes, it is. Omori
No.
strikes. Sonny strikes 3 times.
Whoa,
It
big
hit
damage.
right in the heart.
Oh, a crit.
Baby!
That's a crit right there.
But he's so calm.
Omori will not succumb. It changed from did to will.
Whoa.
Hmm.
There's something left that Sunny ain't figured out yet.
Wow.
Encore is another option, but I didn't use it.
There's something he ain't figured out. But don't worry, we gotta leave this man in the kitchen
You
and he will
killed
cook.
Mari. She loved you and you killed her.
Uh-oh.
Now he's afraid.
Okay,
we
now
gotta-
it's finally starting to get to him.
Yeah.
Oh, that music's starting to distort.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like someone's trying to play some
Hero loved
dubstep
her
over
and
it.
you killed her.
Yeah.
He didn't mean to kill her.
Well, when you're, facing this kind of stuff, you gotta face those thoughts. Too.
Oh, absolutely. That's what's happening. Is that 100% what's
Aubrey
happening.
loved her and you killed her. He's looking almost Gygus-like to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think the
with
background helps that too.
The scrolling background I was about to say definitely helps that along.
Sunny gathered himself.
Oh.
Kel loved her and you killed her.
I truly believe you have to like face down, head to head your worst fears in order to heal from them, and it's the most scary thing in the world, but it's the most necessary thing too.
Big facts.
It's like the
Basil
things you
loved
don't
her
even want to
and you
think you're
killed
so
her.
afraid. You have to face them. That's what he's doing.
But that OMORI sprite ain't looking too good either, though.
No.
You loved her and you killed her. Calm down ain't working anymore.
Something mentioned.
You loved her and you killed her.
Yep.
Oof.
Ooh, that's it.
You should just die. Yeah, so the reason the part's this long is because I died and I forgot to edit it out. Sorry.
Lamau at
Evan, don't lie.
So this is what the game over screen looks like.
Interesting.
Have you not died up until this point?
Nope.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
Mostly because I cheesed Sweetheart, but
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Headspace is pretty easy when you have Kel walking hydrogen bomb.
do you want to continue? But this is the fish and mailed type of game over, actually. You're supposed to die there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fishin' mailed. I was like, what the?
It's a Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid reference, but
Yeah.
and when it's a fake, like there's a plot important game over, but it's fake, and instead of mission failed, it says fish and mailed.
That's really funny, actually.
Fun fact, you can select no on that do you want to continue message. Don't do that. You'll get the worst ending in the game.
Oh,
Oh.
Play.
we're coming up on the thing. Oh boy. Ugh. I already feel it.
Yeah, I have no idea where this is gonna go.
You'll see.
And Mari gets to play too. They play together.
Is this the song they were supposed to play before he
Yes.
killed her?
It's also the title screen music, but
That shit's the best. When the title screen music is also the music that plays
yeah.
at the culmination of the game.
It's like when they say the title of a movie in the movie.
Yeah.
I like a really important
It's crazy
part.
that they haven't said OMORI yet in this game. Me when I spread lies.
together, and it's animated.
Oh, it's the room.
The room staring Tommy was. I'm sorry.
Evan. Mana.
You good, Gabe?
No. It's so good every time I see it.
I'll stab him in the back. Okay, good.
And there goes Omori. Omori is no Mori.
Evan. Evan's ruining it. Mom. Oh, he actually got hurt?
Well, yeah, you remember Basil stabbed him in the eye.
Oh, that actually happened.
Yeah, that actually happened.
Basil.
Carrie, that's not the tone of voice you use. Oh, Basil.
Oh, you. Boys will be boys, I guess.
Dude's been through a lot.
Yeah. But
What happened to Basil?
we'll figure that out.
Yeah, I figured they wouldn't leave us hanging there.
Flowers from Kel and Hero's family, and Aubrey. Sending a little get well sunshine your way. We miss you, Sonny. Flowers from Charlene's family. Dear Sonny, thank you for your help during the summer. Warmest wishes for a speedy recovery. Any side quests you finished, they sent flowers to you as well. So all the people you helped.
Oh, that's really
A get well
nice.
gift from the artist. Hi, Sonny. Hope you're taking it slow and easy. Get well soon and come visit. I need to ask you for some more opinions. A get well gift from Kim and Vance's mom. Get well soon, Sonny. Please get to know Kim and Vance better. They can use a good role model like you. Flowers from Shopkeep. Yo, Sonny. Just sending some healthy vibes your way. You're always welcome at Hobbies.
Base nuts.
Thank you.
Flowers from Bebe's family.
You're welcome, Gabe.
Sonny, thanks for buying me that floor lamp. I never did see my son Billy again. I hope he's doing alright. Oh, that's the recycletist leader. He never came home.
Oh.
Some get well gifts from the Bread Twins. Partake in this bread and regain strength. Then play with us again.
It's just communion. I brought him
A
communion.
get well gift from Vance, Kim, Charlie, Angel, and the Maverick. Get well soon, Sonny. It says soon.
Get well soon.
We'll be waiting for a rematch. An ordinary houseplant. Nothing special about it. But it's not a houseplant, it's a hospital plant. Oh, you got this whole room to yourself. Cool.
Hospital actually comes from the same word as house.
Hospital.
It's actually not true. I just made that up. It's wrong.
You're a liar.
Okay, so I do want to mention
Information spreader.
if you trigger if you say no on would you like to continue on the game over, Omori will completely take over Sunny, and he will jump from the balcony of the hospital. And while he's falling, the credits will roll.
Oh. I was thinking the difference between how Sunny is handling this now and how Basil handled is like two completely different ways on letting that eat you away, or whether you choose to heal from it, move through it. And Basil certainly didn't. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happened to Basil. Oh, there's Dark Basil.
The way I see it is,
We're not going to follow Dark Basil. We're going to follow our friends
they
instead.
kind of all represent a different. Everyone represents a different stage of grief.
Yeah.
Sunny is denial. Aubrey's anger.
Mhm.
Basil's bargaining. Hero's depression, and Kel's acceptance.
Oh. I was surprised at Kel.
That's why Kel's like literally the happiest of all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess he
he's
is.
the only one who he moved on better
Basil.
than anyone else did.
Basil's here. It looks like he's underneath a giant sewing machine.
He is. They're about to sew him into the bed.
Here's something very important.
Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you something. The end.
Okay, so he says what happened.
Yeah, there is a post-credit scene, by the way, where Basil wakes up, they smile at each other, and their somethings disappear.
Oh.
But, so, yeah, everyone's reaction is meant to be left up to your interpretation, okay? It's never, like, whether or not they forgive him, but if you want to know what I think, so, well, for one thing, the idea of them not forgiving him kind of goes against this game's central theme of how friends need to be there for each other when they need it the most.
Exactly.
But if we're talking in a realistic sense, okay, I think it would be a little bit different with each of them. I think Kel would be very quick to forgive Sunny. It's like, oh yeah, it was an accident. Like, that's horrible, but it was an accident. You know, Kel would get that right away.
Yeah.
Aubrey would be pissed at first, but then after she had some time to actually think about it, she would probably forgive him too.
Mm-hmm.
Hero might take the longest, to be honest, but he ultimately will in time.
Mm-hmm.
That is what I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's different with Sunny, because on one hand it was an accident, but on the other hand it wasn't a complete accident. You know, it wasn't like...
The cover-up wasn't an accident.
Right, but the cover-up certainly wasn't, but I'm thinking of the actual death itself. It was somewhere between intentional and accident. I mean, he didn't mean to kill her, but he did act rashly.
The other thing is with the
that
cover-up,
resulted in her death.
I can see Basil insisting that that was all him. Because he doesn't want to burden Sunny with that.
Yeah, I think the cover-up would make their reactions less favorable than if the truth had surfaced immediately, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they've had some time to grieve Mari's death too, so that
I
might
think
make a
also,
difference.
if I might say, that aspect of, you know, grieving for so long and then suddenly having, you know, something like that dropped on you all of a sudden. I mean, like, yeah, I think you'd be fucking pissed off and, like, upset, and rightfully so, sure.
Understandably.
But, you know, I think also that all of these characters are knowledgeable enough to know that, like, you know,
That's not...
the reason Sunny shut himself in pretty much is because he was dealing with that all by himself for 4 years. So,
Also,
Yeah. And it would bring some closure to the circumstances around Mari's death too.
Yeah, because that was one thing that they were all like, still don't understand, like, why she chose to leave
Yeah.
us.
Something,
And it's like, well, if she didn't, then, like, suddenly it makes a little bit more sense.
something I
Right.
want to mention in regards to Aubrey in particular. I know I mentioned this to somebody, but I don't think it was on recording, so I'm going to say it now. Is there is a parallel in regards to Aubrey, okay? In the sense that when she was arguing with everybody, she pushed Basil away, and she accidentally pushed him into the lake, and Basil can't swim. If
Yeah.
Hiro hadn't been there to rescue him, she would have been dealing with the same thing as Sunny did with Mari.
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes,
also,
I do remember you mentioning
considering
this, yeah.
Sunny also jumped in there and also can't swim and needed to be rescued by Hiro, that'd be 2 bodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think I said that on recording, but I do know I said this before, but I think if like I think that would also like if Aubrey thought about that too, that would probably be what led her to forgive Sunny, to be honest. Anyway, it's final thoughts time. Whitney goes first.
So, this is like without a doubt like the most story-heavy game we've ever done, I think.
Real.
Yeah.
The only we haven't really played many like story-heavy games.
It's
like,
just
literally
Mother.
like Mega Man is like the next story-heaviest game. I think.
Mother.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about Mother. That's okay, obviously, but it's also definitely the heaviest game, just in general. So I've been thinking a lot about it this last. So there was a week since the previous recording session. And so I've been thinking about it a lot this last week. And you know, there are a couple of things that I have decided I wasn't, like a huge fan of. I think the pacing was a little bit unusual. And how quickly things started coming to a head. Closer to the end. But on the other side of that is kind of how things happen in real life. Like, things aren't glamorous when it comes to tragedy and trauma. Things do kind of stack up to an unmanageable level really quickly. Obviously we just got a single ending in the game, and I think that is good that there's multiple endings. But Evan, I'm assuming that what we got was probably the good ending.
This is the only thing that could possibly resemble a good ending. The other ones involve, like I mentioned, Sunny jumping off the hospital, him moving away where like something follows him to the car to represent that he's never gonna get over it, or Sunny brought the steak knife to bed and stabbed himself and killed himself. So those are the other 3 endings.
The good ending, the goodest of the endings.
The good ending.
The ending sort of reminds me, and I was kind of maybe like nervous about the final boss fight against OMORI, because the story started to resemble my favorite story ever told, which is A Wizard of Earthsea by Ursula K. Le Guin. If you haven't read it, it's the best book just ever. It's not my opinion, it's a fact.
I'm gonna look this up, maybe save it.
It's a very good book, and the ending, just slight spoilers, but I'll try to keep it a little bit more vague.
Oh, it's fine.
The ending of that story, basically, for the longest time, the main character, near the beginning of the story, the main character like creates this shadow, that's evil and bad and whatever, and suspicious as it looks a lot like him, and then is haunted. The main character is haunted by this, for the entirety of the book until at the very end, where he accepts the shadow as part of him. And I think that in the one of the last cutscenes that I thought was particularly interesting was when OMORI and Sunny hugged, and then OMORI disappeared, and Evan said OMORI is no Mori. To which I'm going to ask the question, is he? Because I don't, and like, to me, personally, it would feel more profound if that part of him hadn't gone away. this game's made me think. I mentioned this off recording last week, but the timing of this commentary was not necessarily the best for me in terms of like my levels of anxiety. Actually, Evan said like the best thing he could have at the beginning of this like whole game, off recording as well, where I said, hey, I might have a panic attack, like there might be something that I just need to like stop. And all Evan said was like, it's going to be a little intense and it's going to be very emotional, and yeah, it might pique your anxiety a little bit, but we're like doing this together. And I thought that was a crazy thing to say, because that was like kind of part of the lesson of OMORI.
Oh yeah.
And that actually helped me through a lot of the more anxiety-inducing parts of the game, was just like knowing that we're there.
Damn, me being a blunt asshole actually helped for a change.
It worked. It worked a lot. And no, to me, it's more profound if OMORI is not gone, and that Sunny has accepted that it is going to be, you know, part of him.
I think that's entirely possible. I mean, may I interject? I'm sorry. Is
Yeah.
that okay? Is it okay if I treat this more like a discussion than a
Sure.
monologue? Because the way that I can see what happened is it was less of a he overcame it and disappeared, and more of a he integrated it within himself. Because those are the type of things that just keep coming up. But now he knows he can handle it.
In spite of
He
what I
has
said,
perspective.
in spite of what I said, I also think that. But
It's
at the
just-
same
he's
time,
there.
like the voice that's telling him to kill himself is gone.
So that's, yes, and I think that, you know, part of that I mean, I'm not a psychologist, but part of that may have also just been, you know, it's really difficult to live with yourself when you have two parts of yourself that are seemingly entirely contradictory.
Yes.
And when you accept them and kind of reconcile those contradictions, it gets a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started having my, you know, my panic attacks that I've been having since like winter of 2017, I think. You know, something that was like a really profound like realization. And it sounds like it was like, you know, resignation, whatever, like I'm just like submitting myself to my anxiety, but one of the most profound experiences that, or like realizations that I had was, I will never be the same person again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a good thing to realize, because it's, first of all, it's true. And second of all, like, I just acknowledged, you know, it's change time.
Mm-hmm.
And people do change. And, you know, it's not always fun. Yeah, but I don't know. At the same time, all of that being said, rather heavily emotional stuff. All that being said, I don't know how profoundly moved I was, and maybe that wasn't the point, and that's fine. I think maybe there was just some part of the story that I missed. That, you know, I guess if I speak super frankly, I felt a little disappointed when the twist was that Sunny killed Mari. I thought it was unusual.
What would you have wanted it to be? Or
I don't
wanted it
know.
to be?
That's kind of why I'm having a hard time, and even hesitating saying this is I don't know what I would have wanted it to be, or like what would have made it better. Clearly, the author or the writer, whatever, had a story to tell that feels really close to the author's heart, and you know, for that, like, I'm not gonna say that it was like a bad decision story-wise. Like, that's a stupid thing to say. But yeah, I just can't like shake that feeling, and I think that it was just important for me to like have mentioned that, because it does affect my feelings on the game.
Yeah.
Combat didn't look exciting. Sorry. But I don't think that the combat was really the purpose of the game. And for that, I'm not gonna like detract a lot of points from that because I don't think that was the purpose of it. Story was really good. Characters, 10 out of 10. Great characters. All of them are so cute. They're so good. I loved all of them. Main characters, the side characters, they're just very good. And I will say that it will probably be weird if I hear anybody else try to do a voice for Kel. It will be weird because I've actually very heavily associated Evan's Kel with Kel's character because I think it fits really well.
Oh, thanks.
All that being said,
Yeah.
like 7 out of 10. 7.8 out of 10, not enough water.
Not enough water. I do want to say, I do think Kel is probably the voice that I tried the hardest with in this, actually.
I'm picking
Yeah,
that up, yeah.
He is very distinct.
And it probably helped that I had to do 2 different voices, because I had to, like, the higher pitched one for, like, his younger self, and then I did my Smash voice for his older self. Anyway, Gabe's turn.
Yippee! Alright,
Gabe went through it.
First of all, it fucking sucks that I found out how this game ended because of fucking stinky, goddamn, fucking ugly, gross, smelly spoilers.
Real.
But that doesn't mean that it didn't hurt just as much the second time. Nah, I thought this game was pretty fire. I think music is pretty fucking, like, I don't think it is. Well, actually, maybe I'm just dumb.
What's up?
I would
That's
assume maybe that the soundtrack is on Spotify, question mark?
I don't know, I don't use Spotify.
Oh, Krill's self. Alright, I'm gonna do this in live time.
I just do
You're gonna hear my
MP3s
reaction.
on a device.
Okay, let's see if that's here. Let's see. Omori. Is this something that someone upload? Let's see. What if I
There
try?
is the full soundtrack on.
Oh,
Spotify.
W. Can't wait to add 1.1 quintillion songs, aka every song.
That's a lot. Holy shit.
Yeah, this was fucking this big soundtrack. Okay, cool. Good to know. So I will be listening to those later. Because the music was pretty cool. There were some like sleeper tracks where I was like, okay, cool. It's like ambient, like cool and stuff, and great and cool and nice. And then there were some like fucking drillers, and there were some fucking heaters, and there were some bops and jams. And I'm all about it. I think music is like I've like mentioned this maybe once in a past record. I can't remember which one. But personally, I think one of the most important parts of a video game is its soundtrack. You can have a great looking game. And maybe this is just like still hanging on to a gripe with God of War or whatever, winning soundtrack of the year over Xenoblade 3. Okay, Xenoblade mentioned, sorry. But like, yes, I think God of War has a great soundtrack. It's this, fucking super omega awesome, fucking great, symphonic soundtrack, and the choir is outstanding, and the women's choir especially is amazing, and but it's just not. It's not a bias or anything, but it's all just that. It's all just symphony. It's all just orchestra. It's all just choir. Nothing changes, and it's not like it's a bad thing. But you go Xenoblade, and there's like 40 different genres in a 23 soundtrack. It's crazy. So I think this game had a great soundtrack, and everything it was needing to portray when it did need to came through well, and I fuck with that heavy. A lot of bunnies. I fuck with that heavy too. A lot of rabbits. I'm cool with that. Let's see what else. I have scattered notes here on my cellular receptacle I've been taking over the course because this was a lot. It was a lot. Art style. I think art style's kind of cool. I think it's like the headspace stuff was pretty cool, pretty wacky, pretty zany, wild even.
Wacky, zany, goofy.
Yeah, real. I thought that was cool. I thought the color palette was really nice. In both Headspace
color
and
palette was really good.
yeah, the Headspace color palette was really nice, and I think the duality of white space and black space was really cool, and kind of the whole lead up to that, and the choral and Daddy Longlegs being like, "Here's some lore," and I was like, "Ooh, like that." And then and so now we go over all that, and boom. Now we bring it here to the story. Yeah, I fuck with I really like the Stages of Grief thing. I think it's really cool. Evan, in your V perspective, Um. Yeah, combat. I don't know.
I don't think it was the purpose of it. I don't think the game was
you're
like,
right.
yeah, we have to have combat. So
Well, yeah, exactly. So I think I was funny to watch Kel like do 1.1 fucktillion damage to like bosses who were like went through all 3 phase dialogues at once and then died. I thought that was really funny. Excuse me. I thought Pluto was a cool guy too.
Oh hell yeah!
I figured you'd like Pluto. That's why I made you voice him.
Pluto was a cool big dude, just a fucking giant planetoid man, and he was just a fucking guy. But you know, now to the story bits. I think this yes is cool. There's this book I read also back when, probably 2020 maybe. It's called The Body Keeps the Score. And it's like a book about not fully overcoming trauma, but ways to go about it. Made by, I forget his name, something Vanderkolk. I can't remember his first name. But I just remember his last name because it sounds like cock. It makes me laugh.
I haven't read the book, but I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, it would.
Gabe explains the word cock.
Russell.
Yeah, but it's like Kolk, Kolk. Anyway, so I read it, and it was really cool, and I was like, wow, this is really sick. And I feel like, you know, there's I feel like if I type in on YouTube OMORI video essay, I'm gonna come up with like a million things. I'm gonna come up with like character breakdowns of scenes, fucking video essays on the game that are like 3 hours long, you know, like overcoming trauma through OMORI, etc., etc., etc. And I think that's fucking money. I think if a game can help you through whatever, that's a good video game right there. Even if it's just like, fucking, I don't know, like, Call of Duty help me fucking take my mind off of whatever. Okay, great. Like escapism, yeah, not entirely healthy, but if it helps, cool, great. But I think this game, and the ending especially, I was thinking about, Whitney, while you were talking.
I've never spoken.
Then who was voicing Mari?
Then who's flying the plane?
It was me, Mari, all along.
Oh my god, dude, Mari, huge fan. Sorry you're done. But the
Can't just say that.
yeah, my bad. But I think the big thing here with the ending too, and Evan, you mentioned the post-credit cutscene, and I went ahead and watched the post-credit cutscene. Is that both Sunny and Basil, right? They like accept what happened, and they forgive each other. And like, Whitney, you kind of touched on this. Maybe, you know, maybe they haven't forgiven themselves completely. That's, you know, to be expected, right? That is what it is. But, you know, and when OMORI comes in that last cutscene where he says, I have to tell you something, that's sort of, you know, him accepting the truth. And when he wakes up and he cries, you know, it's pretty much everything hitting him at once. And, you know, that's like your starting process. And like what Carrie was talking about during our fight against ourselves, is that's the start process of healing and moving on. And in that telling the truth means that you pretty much are ready to accept whether or not people will forgive you. And I think, considering, you know, that you had the main cast, you know, Aubrey, Kel, Hero, and the Maverick in my heart, you know, that you've gone through the whole game with them, and, you know, you like watch them grow up, and, you know, how they learned about how they dealt with, you know, Mari's death, and how they, you know, drifted apart and came back together. And like sympathizing with that, I think the open-ended ending is cool because it's like, well, what do you think, player? Do you think they forgave Sunny? And obviously yes, because the rest of the game is friends need to be there for each other. But I think it also asked, like, not necessarily if you were in Sunny's shoes, but, you know, kind of, would you forgive yourself too? So I think this game is kind of fire. I think this game is pretty heat. I can't wait to buy merch. No. I actually can't wait to watch like video essays. The bunny lanyard is definitely coming home, baby. I'm telling you. People are gonna ask me what's up with all these rabbits. I'm gonna say no.
Don't worry.
What's up with all these? What's up with all these bunnies? Okay, get it right. That's definitely coming home with me. But I still think, I think this game is pretty fire. But I'm not rose colored, and not even rose colored glasses, because it's not like it's fucking nostalgic for me or anything. It's the first time I'm seeing it through. But I'm not letting the kind of my being upset that I had the ending spoiled or whatever, watching this game for the first time go through and thinking it's this fucking masterpiece. I don't. I think there's some issues and flaws, and but I still think this is a really cool game. There's another game I've played called Grease, which is not like Grease, but like Gris. The stinky French word. Yeah, the stinky French word Grease. That also deals with like overcoming death in the 5 stages, and it's really cool. But I think this game is cool, and I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
All right, Carrie, before you go, because I do want to hear everything that everyone says, just excuse me 1 second. I'll be very, very brief. Excuse me.
Oh, no problem.
Now that Evan's gone, stopping the recording.
Yeah, was he gonna keep this in?
Oh, Whitney, we should really briefly touch upon our DMs with the evil characters.
Oh,
all right, I'm back. Okay.
Welcome back. Very briefly before we do this, Whitney and I, when I was at the work on the 5th, Whitney and I were kind of going back and forth with like the evil versions of characters. So like, so Whitney first was like, evil Mari be like is alive, and then then I said evil Basil be like doesn't come up with an elaborate scheme to pass off any blame towards Sunny for Mari's death. Then Whitney says evil Omori be like goes to therapy. Then I say evil Kel be like pessimist. Then Whitney says evil Gabe be like they don't call me that. Then I say evil Whitney be like isn't funny. And then Whitney says evil Carrie be like this isn't like Hamtaro. And I say evil Evan be like stopping the recording.
Oh my god.
And then Whitney hits evil Sprout will be like, I know exactly where I am and I will kill you. Actually, sort of accurate description would be evil Sprout will be like, I'm lost, because it's an evil Sprout.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then later.
Was mine the worst roast?
Then Whitney, evil sweetheart, be like, I like other people. I go on with evil Humphrey, be like, I'm full. And then Whitney kills me with evil Gabe be like is funny. So good game.
Okay, never mind. I got the second worst.
I got baked. So anyway, there was that. Carrie, I didn't mean to detract from your final thoughts, but I just thought that was a funny thing.
Okay. And I'm back now, so Carrie, do your final thoughts.
Okay. Gosh, both of you said so much, so I'm not really sure how much I can add to this. But
hey, do you think
I'm gonna go out of the gate with my rating. I'm actually gonna give this a 10 out of 10.
Woo!
And yeah,
first ever in history.
No, this is not the first
That's
ever. I've given like
Hamtaro.
1 or 2 other 10 out of 10s.
You,
this
to be
is the first time that
specific, I
anybody's
remember
ever
Mother
given
3 and
10 out of
Sonic
10.
Mania, you both gave 10 out of 10.
Yes, and I think as I established before, 10 out of 10 does not necessarily mean perfect game for me, because I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect game.
Except for Tetris.
Except for Tetris.
True, actually. Fucking real.
Egregious Tetris.
You and I set up my DT cannons.
But I mean, so I'm gonna be strange in the sense that I just gave it a 10 out of 10, and I'm gonna talk about what I didn't like about it.
Oh, interesting. Okay, right on.
All right.
No, I to prove to you how minor the things were. I mean, actually, it was really only one thing, and the fact that I think there was a little bit of dead space where there were several parts where I didn't know how this was advancing the plot. But again, I don't think that was really the point of this game, and it is kind of realistic in a way. You know, if we're going through things that are extremely difficult, not every single part of our lives are super intense. Like, we still have normal parts of our lives, and things come and go. And
in the game's
in
the game's defense too, I was doing bonus shit as well as just regular plot stuff.
That's totally fair. I think I said a lot of what I thought about this game as it was happening, so I'm not going to bore you all too much with the details, but just to recap, the sound. Oh my gosh, the sound in this game was incredible. Oh, just the directionality and the ambience and the effects and just, oh, it was, loved it. I kind of wish that I could go through listening to this game another time and without us talking, just so I could pay attention to the sounds. What platform is this game on again?
It is on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Steam.
Okay.
I think is it on Xbox One? I don't think it is.
Yes, I think it was ported to Xbox.
Xbone.
I could be wrong.
What else do I want to say about this? I did take some notes throughout the game, so I'm going to quickly
Note taker, let's go.
scan through and see which
Note
ones
taker.
I might want to touch on. Note taker, that's me. I don't have
Okay,
a brain,
yes,
so
it
I
is
need
on
to
Xbox.
externalize it onto notes. Okay, good to know.
That's right. Everything got a physical, Switch and PS4 got a physical release, and Xbox was digital only. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one thing I do want to say, I actually liked the twist. I liked how it turned out that Sunny was the one who accidentally killed Mari, because it brought it back down to earth in a lot of ways. I mean, I know that a lot of this game was spent in headspace, and so metaphorically too, it was kind of up in space a lot. But there wasn't a lot to concretize the distress aside from. I mean, we did have the specter of Mari's death going throughout the game, and thinking from our perspective, if we didn't know what happened, that she might have killed herself, and then looking at the characters' reactions from that perspective, and that's still pretty heavy material. But to have that, I was like, whoa, okay, this brings it all together in ways that I don't think it would have had it been the truth that Mari actually killed herself had that been the truth that extended throughout the whole game. So I was actually quite satisfied by that. I thought that maybe Basil was going to end up, after finding that out, I thought that the second twist was going to maybe be that Basil ended up killing himself in the same way and fulfilling what happened, or what people thought happened with Mari, but actually making it true. And I don't know. So, but I didn't really care either way whether that happened. That was just something that I thought was going to happen that didn't. I just think this game was one of the most profound illustrations of the healing journey through darkness. And like I mentioned during that kind of final battle between Sunny and Omori, the needing to face the things that we're scared of the most in order to truly heal from them, even though every part of us is like, don't do it, this is the last thing I want to be doing. That means it's the most necessary thing to be doing. And to see that in a game, and also interestingly enough to kind of be going through that at this point in my life, this too is like a really interesting time to be playing this game, because of some not similar things in the sense that I didn't accidentally kill somebody, but having to face some things and just fears and overcome things that I hadn't been wanting to and am needing to. And it's almost been a little bit of a healing experience to see this process also happening through a video game character that I'm kind of experiencing within myself. One thing that I did find interesting was that this game was named Omori and not Sunny. I mean, to be fair, Omori sounds better as a game, but Sunny would be weird as a video game name. But it kind of parallels how long it took for us as players or viewers to realize that Omori was not the main character in it, which also shows to me how all-consuming that denial that Sunny had was. To, see how much of the forefront Omori was throughout so much of the game before we realized what was really going on with Sunny being the real main character. Let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about this? And I liked the ending too. I also liked how we didn't get to see the characters' reactions, and I think that brought more of the focus to the importance of Sunny choosing to be honest and sort of his healing journey around that. And I think the rest of you guys covered what I might have already said, so I'm not going to bore you with the details there. Okay, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay.
Yippee!
That's all she wrote.
That is all she wrote.
Okay, so
Nathaniel, yippee!
Omori is a game that makes me feel a lot of things. In particular, at the same time, the whole twist with Sunny killing Mari and Basil helping and covering up and like a lot of the plot and whatnot. Like, that's admittedly not one of the things that I feel as much. And it's not because I don't think it's like well handled or anything. It's just not something that like speaks to me as directly, you know? Though I did kind of have a moment where I realized where my brain kind of like interpreted like Sunny's true form, or something's true form a little better after the last recording session, where while I knew it was just like Mari's hanging corpse, it had just clicked in my head that Sunny happened to look at the direction of the corpse and it looked like it was staring right at him.
Yeah, like I knew what you did.
That is particularly what burned into his mind, and that's like...
Yeah, I know the truth.
And I think... Okay, one of the most important things that I feel about in this game is, watching, a big part for me is actually watching the friends, seeing that, like, the time that they had together in the past, watching them do everything. And I say this with context that, it was written in the context of an idealized childhood, you know? But I guess for me in particular, like, seeing that made me feel things because while it wasn't horrible, I do not feel like I had a very good childhood, you know? And seeing, like, this very, like, idealized one just kind of gave me a slight sense of yearning, if you know what I mean. Just seeing all these friends who, like, did everything together, just absolutely, like, were always, like, I guess they weren't always there for each other, but...
Mhm.
Yeah,
That is
kind of the
the
point of
main
the game, but yeah.
conflict of the story.
It's that childhood, isn't
and
it?
seeing them come back together, and it's like... It took me a very, very, very long time before I felt like I truly had a friendship like that. And so that's kind of, like, where a lot of, like, the personal feelings come in, and my own, like, I guess, emotions of self-worth, which I'm not going to get too into because this is a publicly posted video, but...
Smash Team Therapy.
So true, Carrie.
True and real. Facts and logic.
The story of watching the friends who have gone their separate ways and just kind of fallen apart from each other, and watch how they go through all the shit and bring themselves back together, back into each other's lives, and back to the point where they can call each other friends. That is the part of the story that moves me the most. But it's also why the ending, like, I love the ending, and I think that the ending was was handled in the best way possible. But it also drives me absolutely insane because I've gotten to know these people, and it feels like I know them as people rather than just fictional characters. And I want to see more of them. And I don't get to see more of them. The most more that I get to see is by putting myself on the bad ending route, but those are the brain versions of the characters and not the actual ones, so it's not the same. It's like, this is something that will always drive me insane, and I just have to accept that. Because anything else that could make me see more of them would have a negative effect on how the ending presented itself, I feel. There is no way that you could do that and make it work. And if there is, and they pull it off, then that would be that would have my applause, because I genuinely do not know how one could make that work. To talk about the game a bit more, the soundtrack is fucking outstanding. I just casually find myself listening to quite a few of the boss themes in particular. Captain Spaceboy's theme, Sweetheart's theme, oh my god, the Life Jam guy theme, who has, like, fucking Toho music. And, you know, again, I love the characters. Like, I think my favorite character is Kel. He just... I don't know, everything, like, every time I see him do anything, it just kind of makes me smile, you know? But you know, I also love Aubrey. Her character arc's very important to me. Like, Hero's cool. And oh my god, okay, Sunny. I need to talk about Sunny because, like, that is like the first time that I've ever seen a silent protagonist that still feels like an actual character. Like, this isn't just like some avatar that you put yourself in the shoes of. This is the guy. This is the guy. The fact that he's quiet like that is part of his personality. And it's actually a stark contrast to OMORI, who very much doesn't feel like that. OMORI, it feels a lot closer to that player avatar thing during the headspace segments than Sunny does during the meat space segments. And that is, I've never seen a game pull that off so well, and I am just so impressed. Especially, like, and it's so good to see, especially in a world where silent protagonists are oftentimes just being, like, transformed into you create the main character yourself, which I feel is getting a little, like, it has its place, but I feel like it's appearing in too many games these days. Just a personal bias.
Yeah.
The combat isn't especially interesting. Like, the emotion system, like, it has its, like, and it's fucking, like, rock, paper, scissors style. Like, that has depth to it. And it is fun to watch Kel absolutely annihilate everything. But you're not here for the battles. You're mainly here for watching what kind of wacky stuff appears in Headspace and watching how the story develops in the real world. You know, that's another thing. I probably should have mentioned this first, but when I first started playing this game, I'm like, this feels a little too, like, trippy and dreamy for my liking. And then when I found out it was actually a dream, my opinion on that shifted to just, oh! You know? And, okay, I need to specify, when I rate these games, I do not rate them based on objective opinions, which is also why in my review show, I stopped rating games. It's not based on, like, an analysis on what's good and what's bad. My rating is entirely based on, like, my enjoyment factor. How much I feel like I enjoyed this game, okay?
Reasonable.
And that is why I don't feel bad giving this game a 10 out of 10.
Woohoo, same rating, high five.
For a second, I thought you two actually.
Okay, so, look at that. This is going to be the longest episode of Smash Team Games on record.
One thing I love about this game is how what struck each of us says a lot about each of us. Like, what the parts that stood out the most to each of us about this game.
Yeah.
It's really personalized.
I might poke your brains a little more about this off recording. Just whenever something comes to mind, as I do with stuff that I like, that I know that you have witnessed.
Yeah.
But next time on Smash Team Games, we have things that are not OMORI.
Whoa, whiplash.
Yeah. But until next time. This is Smash Team Games, and we're signing off.
Bye.
World War.
Bye-bye.